to Katrina's Creations. This is episode 185. It's been a week. It's been a week. Yes, if you watched my vlog, you will have seen that I had a little medical situation, which is better. Yeah, my legs started swelling up and turning slightly red on the ends, and I was a little concerned with vascular issues and things like that going on. It just turns out that with working from home, I'm sitting too much. So, yeah, when I'm doing my regular job, I'm up and down all the time. And with sitting, it was taking a toll on my circulation. So, now that I am moving around and elevating my legs when I'm sitting, it's helping. And so, that part's better. I'm pushing my hair back because part of it's red, sorta. Yeah, I fixed roast beef sandwiches for lunch, and I put a little barbecue sauce on my roast beef sandwich, and took a bite and dripped it in my hair. So I have a spot over here that's got a little red spot. Then I looked over, and we had a little, like a Eskimo pie or Klondike bar type of thing. The sugar-free type, had that for dessert. There was a piece of chocolate stuck in my hair. Then I'm in the middle of a meeting today, and right in the middle of the meeting, I mean, I'm just listening at that point, and I look over, Dave's on the phone, and there's this big, well, for me, big spider of any kind, yeah, like the size of a nickel, is running across the sofa across from me, and I'm like, because you know me and spiders, I don't like spiders. So in the middle of the meeting, I hop up and am smacking it with a book. I couldn't find a shoe, so what am I smacking it with? My YouTube notebook. There was spider guts on this. I had to fix it. Yes, it's clean now. We're spider gutless. But, yeah, it was kind of disgusting and gross at that point. That's been my day. Yeah, so, anyway, if you missed my Thursday vlog, or my Wednesday, well, I did a Wednesday tutorial on basic crochet stitches, which is sort of like preaching to the choir, because most of you are like very advanced crocheters, but there's a couple who are knitters and just learning to crochet, so that's why it was put out. But if you missed the Thursday vlog, you can click right here and it'll take you over to it. So let's get started with the actual thing that everybody's here for, and that is what I've been doing and what you all have been doing. So I'm doing this because it's all laid out in front of me. I sit with all the stuff's laid out on the bed in front of me. So my first finished object, if you watched Thursday's video, is I finished painting our half bath downstairs, which was a major goal, but it's done, and it looks so much better. It's so nice and bright and clean looking in there, so that's project number one. Then I have 2 completed dishcloths, or granny squares. I apparently chain stitch kind of tight on the corners. I actually should have put 3 chains in the corners instead of 2, because you can see it's a little cup shaped, but it's a dishcloth. I don't really care. Learning how to do this will be Wednesday's video. So I was filming it because I film ahead of time, and so I have 2 additional dishcloths for my kitchen. And I need them. The ones I made a couple years ago are really looking faded and disgusting. So now I have 2 more. I need to make even more, and I've got lots of cotton, so I should get started on that. But dishcloths aren't as exciting as other things I'm making. So we have that done, and then I finished my granny striped shell blanket. It is completely done. I did not measure it. I'll put the measurements in down here. I didn't think about measuring it before I brought it up. It is just slightly unsquare. So it's not quite a rectangle, but it's not a square either. But the cool thing is, I started it with yellow. Well, no, that was the ending. I started and ended it with a yellow. Now this is more of a gold. This one's definitely more of a yellow, but hey, you know, we're still excited about that. It looks like I planned it that way. I didn't. It just worked out. But so here's how far I got this week. There is my stitch marker right here. And so I did like 7 rows and it's done. I'm so excited. So, yes, this has been, seems like I've been doing it forever, but it's finished. So now it's going to, I'll take the stitch marker off. My ends are woven in, so it is ready to go on the sofa downstairs. So I have a scrappy knitted one and a scrappy crocheted one now for each end of the sofa. So, and they're both close to the same size. The knitted one is slightly longer than this is, but this is also like twice as heavy weight-wise as that one is. That one almost you could get away with like a summer type of blanket because it's very, very thin. Even though they're both with fingering weight yarn, because crochet is so much more textured and dense compared to the knitting. Yeah, this is like twice the weight to lift. So, but it's done, so we're happy about that. And then my 4th finished object is, yes, lots of finished objects this time. I finished my Advent Infinity scarf. So I will rotate through all the colors. It has been washed and blocked and all the ends are woven. So I will show it to you this way and then I'll put it on and model it for you. So this was my first, this was the first one. I feel like I'm rolling around one of those, I remember when I was a kid going into like gas stations and they had those, I forget what they were called, towel roll things. There's a name for them. I forget what it's called, but it's like it's almost like an infinity scarf, but it's made with towels, with cloth towels, and you would wipe your hands with it and then rotate it. If you remember what it is, stick it down below. I know there's a name for those. So anyway, that's what it reminds me of. So then it went to this one and here. So I'm just going to pull this slightly through a little at a time. See if I can get a little bit closer so you can see it. There's 4 different patterns on this, and then they just repeat 6 times. There's 24 in total, and each of them took less than 10 grams. Most of them were around 5. Some of them took a little bit more. This is a knitted pattern. And that's the last one. And then it goes back around again. So this could be done with 24 little mini skeins, or if you had 12 mini skeins, you could probably do it that way. If you could do it all in one color, in all honesty, or you could do it, if you had 3 full skeins, you just repeat the colors 8 times each. If you had 2, you'd repeat them 12. You get the picture. Multiples of 24, anything like that will work. So now I will put it on. So here is what it looks like. So here's what it looks like when it's on, and of course I can turn it around to whatever I want it to look like if I want more darks or lights or whatever. It's really, really soft on my neck because most of this is merino. So really soft. And I probably could wear it around my neck 3 times, but it would be snug. I kind of like it like this. And it's not overly heavy, like heavyweight, and it just feels kind of warm. Just feels kind of warm around my neck. Like I said, I could very easily put this around my neck a 3rd time. I thought it would be tight, but it really isn't after blocking. Okay, there it is around my neck 3 times. And I mean, it's snug like a turtleneck, but it's not uncomfortable snug. I mean, I can get my hands in there plenty and everything. So I could wear it 3 times. If I'm going out in the cold, this would feel nice. But the other way is probably where I will more than likely wear it. Now I have a lot of leftovers from this yarn, from that project. So they are all in here, and they're going to fall out. But anyway, yeah, they're all in here. And I'm just going to let them sit there, because what I'm thinking is there's not enough in here to make to make socks with, but they'd be perfect for like the heels or the cuffs or the toes of socks. If I want to make another scrappy project, I've got it. You know, or if I want to make some crazy socks, I could just use all different kinds of colors. So yeah, this is my little scrappy bag now. So now for my works in progress, I'm going to show you the project that I forgot to bring upstairs last week. This is the Find Your Fade. It's more like find the beginning of your yarn, because it's all tangled up around it at this point. Here we go. Now last week I told you I was getting ready to start the stripe parts. I lied. Not intentionally. I just thought I was further than where I was. But I have done almost all of the black section. You can see it right here. And this is solid, and then it goes to this lace section you can see right here. So I have like 4 more rows of lace. It takes 2 to make one of these little holes. These are just yarn overs and knit 2 togethers. And this is the center spine. You can see it kind of goes out in a V. So let me hold this up so you can see how far it looks all together. It does get worn this way, so you're knitting across instead of up or down. So it starts here. You can see it's a pink speckled, and then it goes to gray, and then it goes to this fuchsia color, and then it goes to black, and the next color that's going to go on, yeah, I like this one a lot. So it's going to go here, which I think will work really good because it has the same fuchsia. You maybe can't see it, but there is fuchsia in this, in here. There's some of the same color. And it also incorporates a lot of the colors that are in here, because this is pink and cream, and there is some purple. You can see it there. So I think this is all going to go together really, really nice. And I am about halfway through the shawl at this point. It's not a deep shawl like this direction, but it's very long, and that's why I'm actually knitting it on much smaller needles than what the pattern called for, because I don't want something absolutely huge. I want something that I can wear. So I think this is going to be perfect, and it's curly right now, but it won't be once it gets blocked. So there it is so far, and that is the Find Your Fade. The next project I'm working on is my capelet, and when you see the show and tell today, you'll see Kim's capelet. Kim Brame made the capelet, and she made it correctly. I did not. I found out talking to her that I'd been doing the pattern wrong, but I don't think it's noticeable. Here's what mine looks like. And you can see there's like these little shell stitches right in here. These are like triple double crochets. You know, it's a double crochet and you do them 3 times. It's supposed to be 1 row of 3 double crochets, and the next row, the shell, is supposed to be 4 double crochets. So I corrected it once I got down to here. It does fit me, but I don't know if you can see. Maybe if I hold it up this way it'll show better. You can see where I changed it. Here is a 4, here's a 3. So I've only corrected it like 2 rows so far. Like I said, I did try it on because I was thinking, oh, if this isn't the right size and I have to rip all this back, I'm going to be very upset. But it does work. It fits. It's so soft. I am on my 2nd skein of yarn, and here is what it looks like. And this is a little capelet. And Kim said she used almost the entire 2 skeins that the pattern called for. This is a pattern that came from Knit Crate back in March, and she used almost all of hers, so I'm very glad I bought a third skein because I'm bigger than Kim is, so I'm very glad that I have an extra skein to make this work, because I don't want it to end in an unfortunate area. So yeah, so that's my other project. And then my last project that I have going on is my sweater. It goes to this color green, and then it goes to this kind of grayish green. It looks gray, but it has definite green undertones. And then it has this turquoise, and then it goes back to this kind of beige color. So there is my whole sweater so far. I have, I'd say about 12 inches, 13 inches, somewhere around there. Doesn't feel like I have much more than what I did last week, but I do have almost an entire color section. So yeah, it's getting there. I have to have, I think it's 16 or 17 inches before I separate for the arms, because this is from the bottom up. So that is my works in progress. So now, before we do show and tell, I did want to tell you something else that you're going to see in the show and tell section. There's a couple really interesting things. It's a long show and tell today too. You guys have been really busy while you're staying home. There is, Shelley Stewart made this filet crochet, which I've seen before, but I've never seen it actually shaped into something. It's in the shape of a unicorn head, and it's filet crochet. It's really cool looking. And Yoka was dyeing some of her own yarn, and she was experimenting with black beans. You would think black beans would dye up black. You would think. No. They're all different shades of blue and denim. It's gorgeous, and it's out of black beans. I knew there had to be a good reason for beans. I don't like vegetables, and I especially don't like beans, but if I could dye something up and it looked like that, then I might like beans. Not to eat, but to dye with. So, yeah, that being said, let's see what you guys have been making this week. to show you. But I put a lot of sales out this past week that were going on, and one of them was Lion Brand, and they were selling their Wool Ease hand-dyed yarn. I think each skein is 177 yards. I didn't think to see what the weight is. I'm not sure what the weight of the yarn is. I'll stick it in down here. I'll look it up and tell you what the weight of the yarn is. But that you had to order 3, and you could get 3 skeins for $10, but it's hand-dyed yarn. So, I bought 9 skeins. No clue what I'm making out of it, but I bought 9 skeins. Now, because it's only 177 yards per skein, I bought duplicates of some things I bought 2 of, some I bought 3 of, just because I wanted to have enough to make an actual project, because 177 yards isn't going to go very far. So, yeah, I figure worst comes to worst, I can just make a pair of socks with it. That'll still be great. Yeah, for that price, like 3 something a skein. Yeah, that's pretty cheap socks. So, we'll see what they turn into, but once they come in, I will show you what I got. So that is my acquisitions. Now, last week we did a giveaway for this. This is Just My Stripe, and this is the purple. And I am filming on my other camera, so it does film a little bit better. And Just My Stripe, we'll see who the giveaway winner is. I used random comment generator, and the winner is Carlita Schwankowski. So, congratulations, Carlita. And if you contact me over at KatrinasCreations@yahoo.com and let me know what your address is, I will get this out into the mail to you right away. So, thank you for everybody who participated. We had 106 entries. So, yes. Anyway, that is the winner. So, again, congratulations, Carlita, and get in contact with me. Now it's time for... Now, in our Come and Get It section this week, it is Memorial Day weekend here in the U.S., which means there's going to be a lot of sales, some of which I know about now, and some of which are going to be announced as the weekend goes on, because I'm filming this on Thursday afternoon. So, I will tell you what's going on that I know about so far. Annie's is having Memorial Day sales. There's going to be new sales each day. So there will, as they arise and these sales come up, I don't know what those sales are, I will put a short little video notification of some kind out, either me talking or just, you know, a little rolling, like, credits thing that tells you what's on sale. But I will put something out as soon as I see things that are happening. But there are going to be Memorial Day sales through Annie's Craft Store, and new sales will be added each day over the weekend. So I will keep you posted on what's going on with that. Bluprint through Monday, so the sale ends on Monday. So it's just Memorial Day weekend. They are offering 60% off of their kits and supplies. So a kit means it's the pattern and the yarn. So when you go over there and you see the prices sound a little steep, it's because it's the pattern and the yarn included in the kit. So 60% off, no coupon code needed. They're already marked down. So that is Bluprint. Consumer Crafts has their picture frames and shadow boxes, which are picture frames, but they're deeper. Those are on sale this weekend. The Dollar Tree still has their Premier Cotton Yarn on sale for $1 a skein. You do need to buy 3, which is not a big deal to buy 3. It's $3, so $1 a skein. And it is 100% cotton, so it's perfect for dishcloths. So, yeah, if you have this urge to make dishcloths, that's the cheapest place right now to go make them, to go buy them. And you can also, if you have a Dollar Tree near you, you can save the shipping cost and have it delivered to the store, and then you just pick it up from there. So it makes it even cheaper. So that's what's going on at Dollar Tree. Knit Crate is still offering their $5 for their first Knit Crate membership box, which is 2 skeins of luxury yarn and at least 4 patterns. There's usually 2 crochet and 2 knit patterns included in the box, and you can get your first box for $5. If you decide to keep it, it's $24.99 per month, but if you decide you don't want to spend that much each month, just make sure you cancel it before the first of the month, because that's when you automatically get billed. So that is Knit Crate. And Knit Picks has a sale on all of their Brava brand yarn. So that is a bulky, a sport, and a worsted weight yarn. And they're $1.99 per skein. So that is Knit Picks. Leisure Arts. They have a couple of neat looking patterns that I saw over there since I've been on the capelet kick right now. I thought I would tell you about. So one of them in the knit section, it's called Shawls, Wraps, and Ponchos. It is 11 different patterns, and it's $7.99. It's a downloadable book. So it's $7.99. You get 11 patterns, and it's variations of shawls, wraps, and ponchos. And then in their crochet section, they have, this one looked fun, Terrific Totes. Because you know me, I love pocketbooks and tote bags and all that kind of thing. So this particular pattern book is $9.99, and there are 8 different patterns in it. So you're paying a little bit over $1 per pattern. So anyway, that is Terrific Totes, and that's Leisure Arts. Lion Brand is also on a tote bag type of kick right now. They are selling their knit and crochet bag kits. So the kit, you're going to get the pattern and the yarn, and so they have all kinds of patterns for crocheted and knitted tote bags over at Lion Brand right now. So that's it for the sales. All of the links to the sales are down below in the description box. Just hit the show more button and they all drop down and you can see them right there. Upcoming videos this week, there might be a few. There's at least going to be 2. On Wednesday, we will have part 2 of the basic crochet stitches, where we will be learning how to make a crocheted granny square or dishcloth, depending on what you want to make out of it. So that will be Wednesday's video. Thursday will be week 11 in the vlogs, so you can check out what I am up to during the week. And Knit Crate has sent the box in, so that should be in the mail hopefully sometime this week. I got a notification it was getting ready to ship. So it should be coming in, and this month's is interesting because it is a undyed yarn, and they send you some packets of Kool-Aid and instructions of how to dye with Kool-Aid, which I have dyed with Kool-Aid before. On numerous occasions. I've also dyed with food coloring. I've never tried acid dye or black beans, but yeah, I've never tried any natural dyes at all. So anyway, that should be coming out soon, and I will film, when it comes in, I'm going to sit down and dye that yarn. So when I do, I will film it so you guys can watch the fun. The last time I did that, it exploded in my microwave, and it, like, Technicolor inside my microwave with all the food coloring colors, like, splattered everywhere. We hope that doesn't happen again. But I've got some creases in my seams in the back of my microwave that still are purple. Yeah. Oh well. Such is the life of a yarny person. So that is it for this week. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week, and stay tuned for multiple videos again this week. Bye everybody.